So we're going to talk about the haunted Deselms Art Gallery in Wyoming and the dark history behind it.
Yeah, but that place wasn't always a fine art gallery. It was home to a filmmaker and his wife. She thought she was Christ. Cuckoo.
That place needs a serious cleansing. Sage, crystals, holy water. Hit it with a flamethrower maybe to keep it safe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, saying all that, we could use one of those here. So definitely got some spooky vibes going on here.
Right? The hallway, it just feels like somebody's watching you all the time and judging.
I feel like guilty before I even do anything. It's like I feel guilty here.
The ghost is like, is that the outfit you're wearing today?
Dick.
Right?
I swear. But, enough about our paranormal abode here at the house. Let's talk about real hauntings at this location, with murder and burial and basement.
Let's get haunted, shall we?
Let's do it.
It was originally built in the 1870s.
Yeah, it used to be Cheyenne's first hospital. Then it was a morgue. Safe to say, plenty of people probably punch out their final time clock ticket there.
It then turned into a home for a ranch family, later turned into a fourplex, and during that time, there was a murder that happened upstairs.
Yeah, today it's the Deselms Fine Art Gallery. But some say, the energy still lingers.
Many people claim to see a shadowy figure darting through what was the living room and lights flickering off and on.
Yeah, the gallery owner said that, doors just open and close whenever they want, all on their own. And the sensors and the alarm, just kind of mind their own, just firing off when they want.
Dang. During renovation, they found a red cape that was hidden in the wall, and a medium said that it was part of a murder that occurred upstairs.
Allen Ross was a filmmaker that had a quirky, all-in attitude. He wore thrift store clothing and sported Converse. He started to get curious about the paranormal and dove into it with his then girlfriend, Mackenzie. Soon the relationship was slowly drifting apart and had finally ended. And through Mackenzie, he met Linda Green.
Linda Green was the leader of a group known as the Samaritans. She owned and practiced, along with her followers, in an old territorial jail. Ghost Adventures has actually done an episode on it. To her followers, Linda Green was more than a leader. She was a prophet. They followed and obeyed all her rules and attended all her rituals. She preached that vampires could access people through phones, barcodes, and that she was Christ reincarnated.
Jesus walked on water. Linda just walked all over logic.
She thought she was Christ reincarnated, and Jesus was up there like, I don't even know her.
1995, Alan and Linda moved to Cheyenne, Wyoming, into their new home. Now known as the Deselms Fine Art Gallery, what followed was pure horror.
They loved the house at first, but over time, Linda's mental state declined. Obsessed with conspiracies, she became convinced Alan was no longer human and decided to take him out.
Dang, that's harsh.
Right? Dang. All ruthless.
On November 22nd, she mutilated him, cut off his genitalia. What?
Oh my gosh, poor guy.
Then shot him in the back of the head. Dude, come on. She rolled him up in a carpet and buried him in a crawl space in the basement.
This was surgical.
She just aimed for his heart. A little lower.
And rolling him in that carpet, that was just straight floor decor.
Just keeping it cozy.
Yes. Her associate, Julia Williams, was there. She helped cover it up. Shame on you, Julia.
Seriously, what kind of friend is... Look at that. Linda told her ex-husband that he had gotten rid of Alan for good. Her ex, like a good person, reported to the police. They went to check the crawl space, but nothing was ever found.
5 years later, thanks to a documentary being made by his friends on his disappearance and family bugging the police, They went back to check again. This time, they found the tip of a shoe toe sticking out from the dirt in the basement.
You know, they missed a body the first time. Which says a lot about their crawl space checking skills.
Right.
Like non-existent. They finally announced they found his missing body.
He goes to leave, she shoots. Wounds, but not kills. Julia hears. What is that? She starts down the stairs. And as she gets down to the first floor area, there's a second shot. And down the stairs, they drag Alan's body. Drag him down to the crawl space. Drag him back in there and start scooping out the dirt.
Linda died before facing justice. Julia was charged as an accessory.
And Ross was probably wondering if anyone even remembered he was missing. For years leading up to the discovery of Alan's body, a man living next door reported moaning sounds always coming from a sealed-off tunnel between the two buildings. He told his wife about it, but didn't know what to make of it.
Check this out. The day the Ross's body was finally discovered by the police, the moaning stopped.
Oh my gosh, how crazy is that?
Right?
Thanks for sticking with us through this creepy and scary story.
Have you ever been to the Deselms Art Gallery? Or any place like that? Have any other paranormal, stories or stuff you'd like to share with us? Leave them in the comments. We'd love to hear about them.
Yes. We're Alien Milkshake. I'm Nena.
I'm Eric. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Like and subscribe.